Good morning, everyone. I feel like I'm kind of in a Jimmy Dean commercial. It's like, when you takes a little whatever the guy says. We're in Unit 5. We're getting close to the end of the class. And I'll be honest, we've got a small class, which is always nice because to me it feels a little more intimate in the respect that we get to know each other and we exchange ideas a little more freely. I've had some large classes, 25, 30 students, and while it makes it easier to have more ideas and more information sharing, I really feel like a lot of times there's not as much information sharing as there is when we're in a small class. So, great work, everybody. Last week we talked about compensation and benefits and employment laws. I've been grading some of those papers and trying to get that wrapped up for the week. So great work there. I've seen some really impressive court cases and analyzing those things and how they apply, and you guys are doing a great job on that. So this week we're going to look a little bit more at training development. And as many of you have pointed out in various discussions and other assignments, training and development or opportunities for growth within your occupation or your job are often a key retention element that equals or in some cases may exceed compensation and benefits. So it's a great opportunity for us to look at a number of things. And you can see the learning objectives on the screen for this week. Again, I'm not going to read those to you, but some of that we tie to performance management, but really we're looking at how do we develop our workforce? How do we give opportunities for our workforce to get better? And, when I worked years ago, when I worked at the county, they had basically put a pay freeze on for a number of years. The commission was in an effort to kind of balance the budget and scale back expenses. One of the things they did was essentially said, we're going to look at our compensation and our benefits. And by doing so, they froze our wages for about a 3-year period of time. The flip side was our benefits didn't change, but we didn't get an increase there either. So fortunately, it was kind of a status quo for about 3 years. But one of the things they really did was ramp up training opportunities. So they told department directors that, provided it's not super expensive, if there's an opportunity for your staff to take a course, go to a training or something like to do that, because they were trying to continue to cultivate the workforce without, saying, hey, we're going to give you a raise and some of those things. And in some cases it worked. In other cases, I don't know that it worked quite as well as it did. But anyway, for Unit 5 or Week 5, however you like to look at it, you can see we've got 3 chapters to read, and then we've got some articles and videos and things like that we're working through. One of the topics is ADDIE. You may have heard of ADDIE before. You may not have. You may have heard of a different mnemonic, but it's analyze, design, or develop, design, implement, and evaluate. So basically it's a mnemonic for how to best handle a training process. So, it's very similar to Director's PDSA, where you plan, do, check, act, whatever you do on that, and things of that nature. So, things to look at there. We have a discussion. Actually, we have 2 discussions this week. We've got motivation as it relates to productivity, and then some controversy regarding performance appraisals. And you may have your own opinions on that. Please share those. I think that there's opportunities in performance appraisals, but a lot of times it's a check the box exercise. Let's hurry and get it done so we can get back to work doing the real work of the organization. And managers don't realize what that real work entails in terms of coaching and mentoring and developing your employees that can be done through the performance appraisal. And then obviously we've got the first or part 1 of our mastery group assignment. Hopefully you've been collaborating with your assigned team member to work on that. I always like to see those because it's a great opportunity to you culminate a lot of the work that you've done over the past several weeks. So you can see that. I'm kind of scrolling it quickly, but obviously you'll be able to read it in the course shell. So with that in mind, I'm going to close out for the week, but certainly if you need something, I'm available. I encourage you to reach out, and I hope that you have a great week, everyone.